Hey guys, welcome back as we continue our adventures with Travi. And in the previous video, I kind of introduced Lord of the Rings Online as a game. We went through character creation, and we did a few of the introductory quests. So basically, yeah, here we are in our second video. We're going to continue the quest line with our friend here, Eladon, who happens to be Elrond's son, who is sent on this mission to investigate this dream that his father has, this vision that his father Elrond has had. We were sent into the old ancient ruins of Edhelion, and which used to be a elven city, but now it's kind of been destroyed, and not a lot of elves remain there any longer. And basically, we've found out about this ancient dwarf that sought immortality, who ended up attacking the refuge of Edhelion with scores of dwarves, which were named the Dourhands. Basically, any descendant of the dwarves of this evil dwarf, Skorgrim Dourhand, is called a Dourhand, and they're notable for being not pleasant dwarves, not the kind of dwarf you would want to raise a pint to. Let's put it that way. So we've investigated the caves underneath this ancient ruins, and we found that the body of Skorgrim is missing. Now this body, this was where he fell, but his body is no longer there, which is, well, I guess we'll have to find out what's going to go on. So, a trail, Travi. Red flowers leading a trail through the snow. Do you think these are the footprints of blood? Blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the Dour King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. We have black snow, and the body of the Dour King has been moved, leaving the fell flowers as footprints. Something evil is at work here, and I am sure something evil was at work when he sought our relics for immortality. So we needed to explore the gate at the Silver Deep Mines courtyard. So we kind of have to head back to where we were originally when we were exploring the caves, but we're going to head in a more westerly direction. So through this playthrough, I'll be playing a tanky guardian. I think that'll be fun for gameplay reasons. We can take on lots of enemies at once without dying, hopefully. Although, I won't say that we'll never die because I'm not very experienced with playing Guardian, so there's a chance. There's a chance. Just saying. Now, what's interesting about this game is you get these titles, and if you can make it to level 20 without dying, you get the Undying title, which is a very popular sought after title. Are we going to get Undying? I don't know, but it's quite likely, I would say. So, there's another one of those red flowers that we saw in the cave previously in our previous video. And we need to follow the trail of the red flowers and see where it leads. Uh-oh. Just stopped there. Hopefully my internet doesn't have issues. That's always a pleasure when it does. Ah, the pleasures of being in China. Right. So where does this trail of flowers lead us to? Some more dwarven architecture here, as you can see. A lot of people make comparisons to Dunmoreau, this area, if you've ever played WoW. Alright, so it's led us to this dwarf. What does he have to tell us?
Look what the Dourhands have done to this place.
Travi, I did not expect to see you here. I asked to speak with a steward, and the Dourhands directed me here. This was once a great storage house of Thorin's. I don't think I like what the Dourhands have done with this place.
Down yonder is Skorgrim, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left.
I heard one of the guards here talking down yonder. Is Gormer, the steward appointed by Thorin Oakenshield before he left. Gormer is the reason we have come, and the leader of this Dourhand rabble you see all over the place. You are the well-spoken one in our party, Travi. You might as well go speak with him and find out what he has done here and why he has grown silent over the years.
So Gormer. So I don't know if you got that, but Gormer is basically in charge of the dwarves. And Thorin went on his long journey with Bilbo to the Lonely Mountain to try to reclaim that. And if you've read The Hobbit or watched the movies, you know you know what happened to Thorin, and you know the fate of Thorin. Anyways, so this is who's taken Thorin's place.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skorgrim's tomb?
Is that Travi? It has been long indeed since last we met. I remember you. You were the dwarf that discovered Skorgrim's body that day I discovered the relics he sought. The Longbeards of Dwalin's party are not welcome here. But you I might allow for your good deed. Do you like what I have done with the place? Welcome to Skorgrim's tomb.
No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb.
I'm afraid you have come here for nothing anyway, Travi. No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb. It is a sacred ground, and only descendants of Skorgrim, that is, the Dourhands, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respect to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here, in the Rockbelly Pit. Skorgrim was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute.
Okay. So, yeah. So now we gotta go investigate this area here. There's supposedly a shrine. But basically, as you can kind of see from the text, I mean, we went through that quickly, but there's basically these two clans of dwarves. The Dourhands, which are the descendants of this Skorgrim Dourhand, who tried to invade the elven kingdom of Edhelion 600 years ago. And then we've also got the Longbeards, which is more, Thorin's type. And the dwarves that we see in The Hobbit, they are Longbeards, as far as I'm aware. So there we go. There's a statue of Skorgrim. Go kill a few bats along the way. Alright, so that's 5. That's 5. I don't think we need to continue any further. We can head back down. To the shrine. So a menacing-looking statue has been raised in the likeness of the Dourhands, king of old. But I guess now we know where Skorgrim's body has gone. It has been moved to this grave. Right. And I totally believe I forgot to pick up a quest. But that's not a big deal anyways. It's VIP weekend, so I get extra XP as long as this is there, so...
What do you want?
So you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the Dourhand's reverence of our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty. So this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass. Travi? Alright, so we get some upgraded
It will
pants.
be a busy day for all my folk.
Would you like to be here to witness the ritual of commemoration of our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It will not be long now, in fact. I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you, Travi? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure you make the right decision. Run along now, friend. I've no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all my folk.
Fair enough. So we're going to head back to our other dwarf friend, north of the tomb. Or actually, we're going to continue. So we need to talk to Dwalin. Dwalin is basically our lord, our overseer. Expedition leader. So here's Dwalin.
Thank goodness you're here.
Now Dwalin is actually, if I remember correctly, is one of the dwarves in The Hobbit. So here we go, Dwalin.
Ah, Travi, thank goodness you're back. Nors Grimsong sent me word that you were finding out what you could from the elves that settled up near the ruins. You spoke to Gomer as well. The traitor! Skorgrim is not the king of Thorin's Hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of the Dourhands and their strange rituals. Look, Travi, since you went away, the dwarves of our party fell ill.
Ill, you say?
Look, all of these dwarves are sick, dying.
I cannot do another thing until I figure out what we can do to help them. I don't even know what happened to make them ill. How can I hope to cure them if I don't know how they came by this plague? Those foul Dourhands have really let this place crumble. Thorin would be livid if he could see it now, full of poison and death. I will investigate this matter for you, Travi. And who else can we talk with? Unar.
Have you seen the Barrowhounds nearby? Why do Bargus now haunt our fair lands?
The others think they are just wild dogs, but I know better. These are no mere dogs. They are Bragists. In my travels some years ago, I once happened upon the most forsaken place I have ever seen. Dread filled me, and my voice died, and all was cold. The dogs there were the very same as these black, mournful beasts, with their eyes full of death. Why have they come to replace the lynx and wild Arax herds that roamed here in Thorin's day? It does not make any sense. They must be driven off.
Okay. So let's go forth. Let us go forth and slay some of these beasts, shall we? Oof. There we go. All slain. Loot all those scraps. Actually, there is a UI option to loot everything. I might actually do that. So, I'll show you how to do that. So, we go to Options, UI Settings, and there should be a loot all. Is it UI Settings? I certainly hope it is, but it could be wrong. Yeah, always loot all. This is good if you want to earn money and sell everything all the junk. It's actually kind of time consuming, and I used to not do loot all, but to be honest, it's a great way of earning some extra cash. So.
Ooh, those dogs chill my heart.
You did a good deed for these lands by driving them back. Perhaps someday the Lynx and the Aurochs will be able to return to these parts. Someday. I wonder why the wretched dogs settled here to begin with. So. Alright. I like those shoulder pads.
Okay, so I think we're all set here. We can try to investigate why these dwarves are getting so sick. Because that seems to be a big problem. What do we have here? Some sludge. Sift through some poo-poo. Ooh, the soil has a foul odor and texture in this spot. Got these dying bears. Poor bear. I'm come here to put you out of your misery. Alright. Flesh of this bear is already rancid. Just because you're in my way. Alright, sift through some more sludge, shall we? One thing I like about this game is, although you can be a hero, you still do a lot of mundane chores. You're not too much of a hero where you don't do some ordinary things from time to time, like sift through poop. So it seems like the source of the sickness that these dwarves are experiencing is from the water they are drinking. That seems to be what is the case here. So, Farron's court. And it looks like a big statue of Skorgrim. Skorgrim. Yeah, Skorgrim. Right. So, bad news,
The water
Dwalin.
of the river has been tainted. That explains it.
These bears, look, the meat is rotted, even though they are fresh killed. This must be what is taking hold of the dwarves in my party. Many of my dwarves stopped at the river to fill their flasks. No wonder they are sick. What can we do?
Mountain springs should be the purest of water.
Especially in these parts, something must be causing the water to run foul. Will you explore the source of the river? Perhaps there will be evidence as to what caused the viral plague, because now we don't even know what is that's making my poor dwarf sick. If we can make the river run clean again, I have hope for the animals in the snows here as well. Maybe Thorin's Hall won't be lost to sickness.
Alright, so we'll get a ring, some extra stats there. So, kind of sent back in the same direction, but we gotta go a little bit further. There's a mine up ahead here. And as Dwalin said, water leaves, usually rivers lead, the water source is always mountains, so this is where we were a little while ago. We gotta head on further into these mines here. These are some of the Dourhands that we met earlier in our travels. Like I said, they're mean. Not the kind of dwarf you want to share a pint with, that's for sure. So we need to head up further into these mountains. Alright, I think we could climb up here. Okay, so an elf stands atop the mountain path, and he looks very much like Eladon. So this must be Eladon's brother, Elrahir.
Ill tidings.
The dwarves with Dwalin drank from the river water below, you say. That is ill tidings. The creatures here are transformed by plague, and look as if they would die very soon. I came this way to scout for signs of my father's dream, but the grim dwarves here have kept me from getting much further. Something evil stirs in that cave. Can you feel it? Right. So basically this band has no stats on it. Which is kind of strange.
There may be hope for the sick dwarves yet.
I believe there may be hope for the sick dwarves, Travi. When poisons seep into the land, oftentimes the land will strive to heal itself, much as our own bodies will fight infection. If you explore inside the mountain, you might find just such an event. I believe that medicinal plants will grow inside, and those will help to cure the dwarves. But the source of the poison itself is yet to be discovered, though I have my suspicions. I feel a powerful chill when I stand near this entrance to the mountain. I will stand guard here while you explore the cave. Right. So we're looking for some medicinal herbs. And maybe this elf can help us with our water problem. Ooh, look at that. We've got some whites in here and some undead.
Alright, we'll head this way. I'm not sure. Actually, these guys might not aggro us. Because we're still kind of in the non-aggro part of the game. Right, any more herbs? Yes, here we go. Yeah, I think these guys won't attack us, actually. Oh, they do. They threaten to attack. They do. Never mind. But they've got, like, a threatening... So they don't attack immediately. Unless you stand in their aggro range for too long, which I just did. It looks like. He just spawned a worm. Isn't that lovely? Oh, don't want to fall down there. Or maybe we do. Is that all the herbs? Is there any other herbs that we can... No, it looks like we've got to go back down. We've only got 2 more herbs we need to collect. So back down to where we came. Here we go, we got some more herbs. Shield bash. Ooh, what do we have here? Creepy, creepy, creepy. Alright, so the quest is telling us to examine the cave for what might be causing the blight of Ered Luin. So we gotta continue our exploration through here. He's giving us a dread debuff, which you can see here adds red to our health bar, which basically decreases our health pool. Which is not a good thing, but that is a certain mechanic debuff that's in this game. So it's important to know about. And what do we have here? A mossy shrine. Let's examine this. A horrible feeling comes over you as something approaches. You cannot defeat us. Tonight the little dwarf king shall walk again, but we are the ones who shall return to life. Interesting. That is not good news. I do say so myself. He respawns so quickly. Alright, let's get out of here. I think we can just get out of here. cave. Alright, here we are. Got some bad news, Elra here. Ah, you have collected pure herbs. You will be a hero to those dwarves, Travi. Tell me of what you saw in the cave while I mix a salve to help the sick. Alright.
These leaves can be crushed to make a powerful remedy.
These leaves can be crushed to make a powerful remedy. Do you smell the clear sap? It is the blood of the mountain, striving to cleanse itself of corruption. Take this phial, Travi. I have drained enough sap to save those dwarves. If we can rally them in time, our two parties should be able to rid Ered Luin of the horrible fate that awaits it. I will not stand idly by while these fair, clean lands are poisoned with death. Go well, my friend. Hopefully I will see you again when we meet to put a stop to this madness. Alright. That dwarf just burp. Could have sworn I heard him burp. So it's back down to the dwarves. But now we've got a healing salve that we could administer to the ailing dwarves, which will hopefully solve the sickness problem. So let's leave this foul place, shall we? Oh, looks like we're being chased. Alright, so back to our Longbeard company. Dwalin, I've got some good news.
By what miracle do you return with a drought to cure my poor dwarves? You are a valuable friend to have, Travi. Please don't let me get in your way. Go ahead and give that remedy to the sick dwarves.
As you wish. So, bogey. And, ooh. Who else? Cellular. The healing effects are immediately apparent. Alright, Matthew. Alright.
Dead is dead, in my opinion.
Now,
what is
that
this
there is hope for the sick among my company. We can deal with the more pressing matter at hand. What is this nonsense about Gormir wishing to raise Skorgrim from the dead? Dead is dead, in my opinion. You can't bring someone back. It sounds like Gormir has gotten some bad ideas in his head, and Ered Luin has become corrupted in his hands. We'll take it back, Travi. Oh, gotta accept my dies. Yeah, you can dye your armor in this game.
Will you help me?
Alright, so I think that's a good place to stop. In the next episode, we will be kind of culminating the intro quest and basically investigate what's really happening to this dead ancestor of the Dourhands. So I'll see you next time. We will continue the story next time, and we'll hopefully be getting out of the intro in the next episode. So long.